I'm Laura Osnes, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, or as we like to think of it, a support group for people who've seen too much damn theater over the past week. Although we know our jobs are awesome and you'd kill to work here. Let's get started with the news. What's the buzz, Imogen?
Broadway.com is at the Cripple of Inishmaan April the 20th to see Daniel Radcliffe celebrate a triumphant opening night. The four-time Broadway.com Audience Choice Award winner told us why Martin McDonagh's play is so extraordinary.
He has created this world in this play in which a really heartfelt, kind of heartbreaking at times story can be told, and you know, you're laughing every step of the way at the same time.
Tony winner Sutton Foster is back on Broadway in Violet, and her performance is unlike anything we've seen from her before. No tap dancing, no sparkly costumes, just twangy songs and a lot of heart. I talked to the star on opening night about this spare and stunning staging. Take a look.
There's something kind of cool about doing something so stripped and so bare that really just highlights the music and highlights the story and the characters, and it's awesome.
Ah, the American dream, life, liberty, and the pursuit of sandwiches? Second Stage Theater will kick off its 2014 Uptown series this spring with the New York premiere of Bess Hull's American Hero, starring stage and screen stars Jerry O'Connell and Ari Graynor. The comedy follows three down-on-their-luck sandwich artists who try to keep the shop open when their manager mysteriously disappears. We and Jared the Subway Guy will be there on opening night.
There's a new video blogger storming the barricades at Broadway.com. Who is he? Who is he? He's Les Miserables star Ramin Karimloo. We've armed him with a video camera and he's busy filming a bunch of awesome stuff backstage right this minute. Preferably with his shirt off, but we're not picky. Check out the very first episode of Vlogger 24601 right now on Broadway.com, and tune in every Tuesday for the next 8 weeks to get your Jean Valjean fix.
Award season has officially started with the announcement of the nominations for the Outer Critics Circle Award. A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder topped the list of nominees with a whopping 11 nods, including Best Actor nominations for stars Jefferson Mays and Bryce Pinkham. Nominated with Gentleman's Guide for Outstanding Broadway Musical is After Midnight, Aladdin, Beautiful, and Rocky. Phenomenal performers who didn't make the cut included Idina Menzel for If Then, Ramin Karimloo for Les Miserables, and Zachary Quinto for The Glass Menagerie. Here's hoping the Tony nominators have a better memory.
Hi, this is Chris O'Dowd, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Our tweet of the week comes from Broadway favorite Megan Hilty, who is expecting her first child with hubby Brian Gallagher. Megan smashed, see what I did there, a lot of the parts she's played into one brilliant name. Megan writes, "Guys, help me convince @Brian G. Gallagher that Ivy Lynn Galindora Liz Gallagher is the perfect name for our daughter." That's right, Brian. Don't be all taken and no given. Listen to Megan and the baby's sure to be popular. Let her be your star. Okay, I'll stop. You can follow this mom-to-be @Megan Hilty.
Our star of the week has been wearing nothing but suits for the last 9 years, but now he's putting on some makeup, turning up the 8-track, and pulling the wig down from the shelf in Hedwig and the Angry Inch. As the transgender rocker with a botched sex change operation, Neil Patrick Harris sings rock songs with high-octane energy and tender ballads with ease. He's scaling walls, he's jumping over cars. He's basically like the drag Godzilla, except with way better legs. NPH, for your tour de force and, dare I say, legendary performance, you are our star of the week. This week, I chatted with Santino Fontana, Tony Shalhoub, Andrea Martin and the cast of Act 1 as they celebrated their opening night. The James Lapine play is based on iconic writer-director Moss Hart's best-selling autobiography, so I asked them, what would the title of your memoir be? Find out in this week's pop poll.
It would be called Struggling with My Demons.
Okay, that's deep. That's going deep there.
Yes, that's what it would be called. Struggling with My Demons and Losing, in parentheses.
Batter up, probably. Because I do feel like every time I am in a play, I'm going to bat for the character. And I wanted to be a baseball player, so probably that.
Hi Diddle Dee Dee.
Okay.
And that is because there's a famous song from Pinocchio called Hi Diddly Dee, the actor's life for me.
I have written a memoir. It's coming out in September, and it's called Andrea Martin's Lady Parts.
Of Mice and Men celebrated its big Broadway opening this week, and who better to join in on the festivities than James Earl Jones, who starred as Lenny in the 1974 revival of John Steinbeck's play. This week's exclusive hot shot from photographer Bruce Glickus featured the Tony and Oscar winner sharing a tender moment with current star Chris O'Dowd backstage after the show on opening night. Don't miss Of Mice and Men at the Longacre Theater through July 27th.
Hi, I'm Stephen Schwartz, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
The Tony nomination contenders for Best Leading Actor in a Play are absolutely stacked this year. From Sirs Patrick and Ian to Denzel Washington and Mark Rylance, the list is endless. But there's one scarf-wearing wizard we hope gets some recognition when the Tony nominations are announced on Tuesday, and that's the Cripple of Inishmaan star, Daniel Radcliffe. His performance is one part understated and tender, and the other part completely hilarious. And for that, we are giving him a big thumbs up.
Thumbs down to the Tony Awards Administration Committee, who won't be allowing Alan Cumming's performance in the Cabaret revival to be eligible for a Tony this season. Yes, Cumming won a Tony for his role of the MC in the 1998 production, but how he's playing the part at Studio 54 right now is even better. The stuff of legend. Alan, please stay in this show forever. We'll always be happy to see you.
It's Smackdown time. Last week, we asked you which club you were more excited to get on the guest list for, the Kit Kat Club of Cabaret or Emerson's Bar and Grill, current home to Lady Day herself, Audra McDonald. The votes are in, and 78% of you couldn't resist the dirty decadence of the Kit Kat Club. Speaking of Lady Day, this week we're thinking Tony Awards. A wise lady once told us never to get married to the Tony rules, which can change from season to season. One debate on the table this week involves Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill. Is it a play or a musical? If it's deemed a play, Miss McDonald could compete for her 6th Tony Award, and if she won in the Best Actress in a Play race, she'd have trophies in all 4 acting categories, which is pretty awesome, but she's doing a lot of singing up there, and the Outer Critics nominators just called it a musical. So what do you think? Is Lady Day a play or a musical? Tweet your vote to Broadway.com with the hashtag #BWaySmackdown, and tune in next week to find out the winner.
That's all for this week's episode of the Broadway.com show. Thanks for tuning in. We leave you with footage from the world premiere trailer of Clint Eastwood's upcoming film adaptation of the Tony-winning musical Jersey Boys. Enjoy, and we'll see you next week.
They asked her what was the high point. But 4 guys under a street lamp. First time we made that sound, our sound. That was the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4 seasons!